Hello students, good morning. We were discussing with the topic electric dipole in the last class. I hope you have gone through the topic and today we are moving to the balance of electric dipole and the main two derivations in that chapter. Okay. In the last class we have discussed or we have found the electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at the center and we derived one expression there. Now today we are going to derive another expression and the case is the electric field intensity due to an electric dipole when we are placing the unit positive charge at an axial point. What do you mean by axial point? That means if this is the dipole means this is an arrangement consisting of minus q and plus q charge which is separated by a distance 2l. So, if in the axis itself, in the axis of this dipole itself, I am placing a unit positive charge, how can I find out the electric field intensity? That is what we are going to derive today. So, first of all, this is my dipole arrangement, minus q and plus q, named as AB. Then O is the midpoint of the dipole, and the distance of the dipole is taken as 2L. Okay, distance of dipole is 2L. Now, I am placing a charge here. It is positive charge, unit positive charge, which is placed along the axis of the dipole. Now, in the last class, we told about dipole moment, but I forgot to mention the term denoting dipole moment. It is actually P, okay? So, P or the dipole moment is the product of one of the charge and the distance between the two charges. So, P is equal to Q into 2L. P equal to Q into 2L, and also P is the vector quantity, right? So, electric dipole moment is a vector quantity and it is a product of any one of the charge and the distance between the two charges. So, here I just wrote the equation for that also. Just a reminder. Now, let us move to the derivation part. So, here since there are two charges minus q and plus q, this q naught will experience two forces, right? Which are the force? First one is because of minus q and plus q naught, which is a attractive force. That means the force experience will be in this direction, right? Force experience can be noted as F1 or FA. So, let it be FA, okay? So, force experience will be in this direction. No doubt for that. Then again, there is another charge called plus Q, right? Plus Q, which is placed at the point P. Also, there is a force of repulsion between Q naught and plus Q. So, the force experience will be in this direction. That is FB. So, force experienced by minus Q because of this plus Q will be in this direction because it is an attractive force, and the force experienced by this plus Q because of this plus Q naught is the repulsive force, which is in this direction, which is denoted by FB. Now, what we are going to find is the direction of electric field. In the last class, we told that the direction of force and electric field is always same. So, if this FA is the direction of force experienced by this charge placed at A, EA, which is the direction of electric field, is also in the same direction. Doubt? Any doubt? Nothing, because it is clear, isn't it? It is clear that the direction of force and direction of electric field will be always same. So, if this is the direction of force experienced by charge at A, this electric field's direction is also in the same direction as that of the force. No doubt for that. Again, for this charge, the electric field will be in this direction. Okay, electric field will be in this direction, which can be denoted as EB. Okay. So, what is our aim? Aim here is to find the electric field intensity, isn't it? So, to find the electric field intensity, we have two electric fields here. One is EA and one is EB. How can I find? Yeah, I have to take the resultant of these two electric field vectors, right? So, you already know the direction of vectors. If both are in the same direction, if there are two vectors which are in the same direction, you will take the sum. For example, if this is EA and EB, I will take it as EA plus EB, right? Now one vector is in this direction and other in this direction, means I will take the difference. I will take the difference. I will take the difference of these two vectors, isn't it? So here also I have to take the difference. But one issue is there, that is which value is greater, EA or EB? Which one is greater, that you have to find. Okay, for that you have to just remind the previous classes. In that class we already told the expression for electric field. What is the expression for electric field? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square, right? E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square. So also I can write E is proportional to 1 by R square. That means when the distance increases, electric field decreases. Distance increases, electric field decreases, right? So here, just keep it in mind. Now here, please come here. We have the charges minus q and plus q separated by 2L, and it is clear that if it is the midpoint, this distance will be what? L, isn't it? This is the distance L, and again this is L. Now let the distance from O to this Q naught be taken as R. Okay, let the distance from O to Q naught be taken as R. This much is clear. Now I am going to write the first equation, that is electric field for the minus Q charge, which is taken as A, right? Electric field for the minus Q charge because of this plus Q naught. How can I write? I am just taking the magnitude here. So what is the equation? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by, what is the distance? I have to find the distance from this A to this P. So what is the distance? This much you know, that is R, right? This is the distance R, and this distance is L. Okay, this is R and this is L. I have to find for minus Q to plus Q naught. So what is the distance? R plus L the whole square. Okay, R plus L the whole square. Actually the equation is R square. General equation is the distance between these two charges, no? That is R square. Here my distance is R plus L. So R plus L the whole square. Okay. Now for the second charge, that is plus Q. What is the electric field? Electric field is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, then Q by, what is the expression? I just want to find from plus Q to plus Q naught. Plus Q to plus Q naught, right? So what is the distance? This much you know, R, and this much you know, L. So what is this distance? That is R minus L the whole square. So this is my first equation and this is my second equation. Okay. Now, I just told that which one is larger. Anyway, these two electric field are in the opposite direction. So I have to take the difference to find the resultant electric field. Now which value is greater, that you have to find. How can you find? You can see that the distance from this plus Q to plus Q naught is very less, right? Very less. Distance less means electric field will be more. Okay, so the electric field, according to this equation, if the distance between the two charges is less, the electric field will be more. And from minus Q to plus Q naught, if you are taking, the distance is more, right? So the electric field will be less. That is also obeying this equation. Now, here this EB must be larger than EA. Right? EB must be larger than EA. Because why? Why? Because the distance from plus Q to plus Q naught is less when compared to minus Q to plus Q naught. Okay? So this EB is always greater than EA. So how can I write the net electric field? E is equal to EB minus EA. This much is clear? EB minus EA. So just I am copying the equations here. So please listen. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R minus L the whole square minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r plus L the whole square. So what is common here? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught is common. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught, then 1 by r minus L the whole square minus 1 by r plus L the whole square. You can write along with me in your notebook. It will be easy for you to do the calculations. So q by 4 pi epsilon naught, then here r plus L the whole square minus r minus L the whole square will come in the numerator, and in denominator r minus L the whole square into r plus L the whole square, isn't it? So if you are doing the expansion, I can write here as r square plus 2lr plus L square, isn't it, minus r square minus 2rl plus L square. Okay, by, in the denominator you have r minus L the whole square into r plus L the whole square. So by doing the simplification, r square get cancelled, then L square get cancelled. So finally 2lr then plus 2lr, which is equal to 4lr. You will get 4lr, right? So in the numerator I can write q by 4 pi epsilon naught into 4rl divided by, now listen here, r minus L the whole square and r plus L the whole square. How can I write that equation? Just have a look. 1 by r minus L the whole square into r plus L the whole square. This can be written as 1 by r minus L into r plus L the whole square, right? R minus L into r plus L the whole square. Okay. Now a minus b into a plus b. What is that? A square minus b square. A minus b into a plus b, which is equal to a square minus b square. So here I can write, what is a square here? R square minus L square the whole square. Okay. Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 into 4rl by r square minus L square the whole square, right? So here, this is the expression for electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at an axial point. But here we have to apply one condition. The condition is, the case is, if we are taking the length of the dipole as very short, length of the dipole as very short, this portion, in this portion, the L square will get neglected. L square will get neglected. So, what is the final equation then? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 4rl by r raised to 4. Isn't it? So, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 4rl by r raised to 4. How this become? This is a special case where we are considering the length of the dipole. That is, the length of the dipole is 2L. No? 2L is very, very less than what? R. 2L is very, very less than R. In such a case, I can neglect the term of L. Since we have L square here, I neglected the term. So, this becomes R raised to 4. Now, you can cancel R and what? R raised to 4. So, it will become R cube. R cube. Now, listen. Q into 4L. Q into 4L, I will write here. I can write in a simplified form like, which is equal to 2 into 2QL. Okay. 2 into 2QL. This is what? 4QL, right? So, 2 into 2QL divided by 4 pi epsilon naught R cube. Okay. Now, what is 2QL? 2QL, I already told 2QL is equal to a dipole moment P. So, I can again rewrite the equation as 2P divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. 2p divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. So this is the expression for electric field intensity due to an electric dipole when the charge is placed in a axial line. Okay, once again I will go through the equations. Just consider a dipole AB having a minus q and plus q charge. Then I am placing a positive charge, a unit positive charge on the axial line itself. The distance of the dipole is 2L. O is the center of the dipole. So this distance OA and OB must be equal to L. Then the distance from O to this positive charge is taken as small letter r. Okay. Now first I have to find the electric field because of this minus q charge and the electric field because of this plus q charge. So general equation for electric field is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Okay. Now for this plus q naught, here this minus q, there will be a attractive force. So the direction of force and the electric field will be in this direction, and for this plus q the force will be repulsive. So the direction is opposite to that of EA. Now we are writing the expressions for EA. What is EA? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r plus L the whole square. How r plus L came here? EA means for negative charge. Okay, for negative charge. So this distance, this distance is r and this one is L. So from here to here I have r plus L is the total distance. So r plus L the whole square is the first equation. Like that for here only we are taking the magnitudes. That is why I didn't took the minus charge. So EB is again 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r minus L. R minus L, because this distance I have to find. So r minus L will give you this distance. I put there. Now, since these two electric field directions are opposite, these are vectors. So according to vector addition, if two are coming like opposite, no, we will take the difference. So how can we take the difference? Which one is larger? How will you understand? By looking the distance. That is, the distance from plus q to plus q naught is very less when compared to distance from minus q to plus q naught, right? So since the distance is very less, the electric field will be more for which charge? For the electric field produced by this plus q charge. Okay. So here EB will be more than A. So E is equal to EB minus EA. Now purely mathematics only. You are taking the equation, substituting the 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r minus L the whole square minus 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r plus L the whole square. Taking the common outside, I will get like this. Then simplifying. So simplifying, you will get this one. Then cancel the terms. Then final equation is like this. How this came here? Because this is just written in the form of 1 by r minus L into r plus L the whole square. This is a minus b into a plus b, which is a square minus b square the whole square, right? So r square minus L square the whole square is the equation. Now we took one case where the length of the dipole is very less when compared to the distance r. So 2L is very less than r, so that this term can be cancelled. L square can be cancelled. So when L square is cancelled, you will get like r square the whole square, which is r raised to 4. Now 4rl by r raised to 4, r raised to 4 get cancelled, those will become r cube. Okay, so q into 4l by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube is the equation. Now we just simplified in the numerator by writing like this: 2 into 2ql. 4 I split into 2 into 2. So 2 into 2ql by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. What is 2ql? 2ql is the dipole moment P. So I substitute there P. So 2p by 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. I got the equation like this. So this is the final equation for the electric field intensity due to an electric dipole at an axial point. Okay. I hope it is clear for you. So our second case is, so first case you are clear. Now I am moving to the second case. The second case is when the point charge is at an equatorial point. At an equatorial point. So when the point charge is at an equatorial point. Equatorial point means what? Equatorial point means we are considering a dipole, and we are considering a dipole here. Listen carefully. So this is my dipole having minus q and plus q charge. Okay, minus q and plus q charge. Now let this is the midpoint or center of the dipole. And if I am considering a point somewhere here, that means the perpendicular axis, the perpendicular distance drawn to the center is considered as the equatorial point. Now if I am considering a point here, let the point be P, okay, point be P. I have to find the electric field intensity because of this equatorial point along with the dipole. So how can I find? So as you know, it's very easy, just come along with me. Now you know that minus q and plus q is there, and at the point P I am placing a unit positive charge. Okay. Now when I place a unit positive charge here, this minus q has a force of attraction and this plus q has a force of repulsion, right? So how can I draw that? If this is the direction, that means minus q. Towards minus q there will be attraction. So I can denote like this. So this is the direction of electric field and the direction of force experienced. So I can write it as, let it be A, okay, A, and this is B. That will be easy for you, A and B. So this is the electric field EA, electric field EA, okay. How? Because here we are placing a unit positive charge. This is the equatorial point. That means the perpendicular distance towards the center. Okay, center of the dipole is considered as the equatorial point, and in that particular equatorial point there is a unit positive charge. This minus q will experience an attractive force, so that the force is experienced towards the minus q charge, and the direction of electric field is also towards the minus q charge, which is considered as EA along this direction. Which direction? PA. PA is the direction of the electric field, but EA. Okay. Now here, if you are considering this is plus q and this is again plus, so the force will be repulsive and the direction will be in this direction. So how can I draw that? This is the direction of electric field E because of EB, okay, because of EB. So this is the direction of electric field EB. That means from P to outside, right? Okay. Then you already know the direction of vectors. If both are in same direction, you will take it as EA plus EB, isn't it? If it is EA and EB. Now, if this is opposite direction, you will take either as EA minus EB or EB minus EA. You will take the difference. Now what about here? Look, this is the direction EB and this is another EA. Okay. Now how will you take the resultant? The resultant will be along this direction, isn't it? We studied in vectors. The resultant will be the diagonal. If you are joining like this, you will get a parallelogram, isn't it? So that the diagonal will be the resultant. So this is our final electric field. This is what we have to calculate. Okay. Now, so this is the final electric field. Okay, because of this EA and EB. Now, let this dipole makes an angle theta here with this line. And also here plus q makes an angle theta with this line. Okay. Now if this is theta, this is also equal to theta. Okay. Also if this is theta, this value also becomes equal to theta. So the angle between EA and EB is actually 2 theta, right? Angle between EA and EB is 2 theta. Now this distance, that is from the point P to this particular point O, the distance is small r. This distance you know, that is L, because the length of the dipole is 2L. So from the center to this particular charge, the length is L, isn't it? Here also from plus Q to O the length is L. Now, if you want to find this distance, how will you find? Distance is root of R square plus L square, right? Okay. Here also root of R square plus L square. But we have the general equation for electric field E equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R square, right? So for EA, that means this is our dipole A, B. So for EA, if I want to find the electric field, I have to write the equation as EA is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q divided by what is R square, this distance, right? So from this equation, this triangle, I can write what is R square or this distance. This is my distance here. How can I calculate? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus altitude square, isn't it? So how can I write? The equation is R square plus L square. Since it is R square, I can write it as R square. This is general equation. Don't get confused. So for this distance square, I have to write it as R square plus L square. Okay, R square plus L square. Similarly, here also R square plus L square. Look, so what is EB here? EB is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by R square plus L square. We are taking the magnitude only. So just Q is needed in both equations. Please check the equation. Both equations are same, right? So EA is equal to EB. Okay, EA is equal to EB. Clear? Now let us come back to this side. That is, this equation, I have this diagram like this. That means this is my EB. This is my final E, right? And this is EA. Okay, this is EA. Now listen, since this is making an angle theta here, this according to vectors, you know the resolution of the vectors into horizontal and vertical components. So this EA is resolved into two components. Which are they? Along this direction, which is a horizontal component called as EA cos theta. Okay, EA cos theta, and in this direction it will be what? EA sin theta. Studied in plus 1 classes. Here also this EB get resolved into two. Which are they? EB cos theta. This is a horizontal component. Here it is making an angle here. The side to which it makes an angle will be the horizontal component. Okay. Then the opposite will be the what? Vertical component. So vertical component goes like this. That is EB sin theta. So already we told that EA is equal to EB, right? So these two vertical components get cancelled out. That is EB sin theta and EA sin theta will get cancelled out because they are equal and opposite. Okay. But these two things, that is EB cos theta and EA cos theta, will get added up, and also we know that EB is equal to EA. Okay. So what is the final electric field? E is equal to EA cos theta plus EB cos theta. Okay. Instead of EB I can put EA. So this equation will become 2 times EA what? Cos theta. No doubt, no? Now you can write the equation for EA. What is my equation here? 1 by 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q divided by R square plus L square. Okay. Now what is cos theta from this diagram? Listen, cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is L here divided by what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse square is R square plus L square. So hypotenuse is root of R square plus L square. Okay. R square plus L square. This can also be written as L divided by R square plus L square the whole raised to 1 by 2. This root I can rewrite this as 1 by 2. So L divided by R square plus L square the whole raised to 1 by 2. So instead of cos theta, I can substitute the value L divided by R square plus L square the whole raised to 1 by 2. L square the whole raised to 1 by 2. Is much clear? Okay. Now listen, here there is 1, right? 1 plus 1 by 2 will give you 3 by 2. 1 plus 1 by 2 will give you 3 by 2. So this equation will change like 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Then Q by QL, okay, QL by R square plus L square the whole raised to 3 by 2. Whole raised to 3 by 2. Okay. So this is the expression for electric field at the equatorial point. But here also we have to take the special case. What is a special case here? If the length of dipole is very much less than what? Our distance r. If the length of this is for a short dipole, if the length of the dipole is very less when compared to this distance, that is the condition is 2L is very less than R. In the last case also, for the axial point also we consider the same case. So in such a case, this L square will get neglected, right? Remaining R square the whole raised to 3 by 2. What is R square the whole raised to 3 by 2? Listen, 2 will cancel. So finally you will get R cube. Okay. So this will become 2QL divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 R cube. Now what is 2QL? In the axial point also we said about 2QL. What is that? 2QL is the dipole moment, electric dipole moment. So instead of 2QL, I can put the term P. P by 4 pi epsilon 0 R cube. P by 4 pi epsilon 0 R cube. Okay. So this is the expression for electric field due to a electric dipole, electric field intensity due for a electric dipole when it is the charge is at an equatorial point. Okay. Now when you compare, this is for E equatorial, right? You have E axial. E axial. What is the expression? Expression is 2p by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. 2p divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube. So when you compare these two equations, how can you write? You can write that E axial divided by E equatorial is equal to 2. That is E axial. E axial means 2 times what? 2 times E equatorial, isn't it? P by 4 pi epsilon 0 r cube is the expression for what? E equatorial. So E axial is equal to 2 times E equatorial. This is the final expression that we want to prove. Okay, sometimes there will be derivations like this. So E axial is equal to 2 times E equatorial. To prove that the electric field intensity at an axial point in a electric dipole is 2 times that of equatorial point. So in this way you can prove. Is it clear? So I just go through, once again I will go through the derivation. Here you are considering an electric dipole AB having charges minus Q and plus Q separated by a distance 2L. The center of the dipole is taken as O. So L is the distance from A to O and from B to O it is L. Then the point has a distance R from O. Okay. Then here you have a unit positive charge. So this minus Q will experience an attractive force and plus Q will experience a repulsive force. Since it is attractive force, the directional force is same as that of the electric field. So EA along this direction and it is repulsive. So along the direction of force, repulsive force, that means electric field is also along the direction of the repulsive force EB. Since this comes like this, the final resultant means the diagonal, isn't it? So this is the final electric field intensity. So to find this electric field intensity, again there is problem. What is the problem? This is making an angle theta here, right? So it should resolve in two components. Which are the components? Vertical component and horizontal component. So I just redrawn the diagram here. Please listen. So this is my electric field along for A, okay, for the point A. So it will resolve into two components, EA cos theta and EA sin theta. Similarly, this EB also resolve into EB sin theta and EB cos theta, right? So now when you check, you have the equations for EA and EB which is equal because the distance is same. Okay, distance you can calculate from here by taking a right angle triangle. So this is R square plus L square. So substituting here, you will get the same equations for EA and EB. Since EA is equal to EB, these two will get cancelled because they are in the opposite direction, and this will get added up. This will get added up. Okay. So the final value for electric field is 2 times EA cos theta. Now you have to write the equation for EA. EA already you have the equation. Substitute the value there. Then find the value for cos theta from this equation. Cos theta you will get adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Isn't it? So hypotenuse is root of R square plus L square. Substituting the value. Also you are rewriting it as half. Root is changed to raised to half, like the exponential form you can write. So now substituting here, this 1 plus 1 by 2 will give you 3 by 2. That is 2 into QL by 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus L square the whole raised to 3 by 2. Okay. Now 2QL you can write it as P. Then you are taking the special case where the length of the dipole is very short when compared to the distance R. Okay. That is 2L is less than R. At that time this L square term will get neglected. When the L square goes, R square the whole raised to 3 by 2. So R square the whole raised to 3 by 2 means R cube. So you can write like this. So when you compare this equation with our last equation, that is the equation for axial point, you can find that E axial is equal to 2 times E equatorial point. Okay. I hope the class is clear for you. A little bit confusing since it is a derivation. So please go through the class clearly. If you have any doubt, you please contact me. Thank you for watching.